Hey all, Avros here, back with the next Lufenia Plus fight, the Divine Ifrit Summon Board fight. This is a fight against the material version of Ifrit and his Fireball minions. This fight description will be mostly a discussion of the orb mechanics of this fight, as they are very complex and a little confusing to be quite honest. So let's start with Ifrit's orb. It appears every time a Fireball orb expires, which means that it hits 0 count, and will appear with a 20 count and can max out at 35, and while being non-lethal it will disappear at maximum count. Any abilities resetting break status on Ifrit will add 1 to the count on the orb, and dealing wind elemental damage with an additional attack, which means anything like a follow-up, a linked attack from someone like Core, other things like that, will increase the count by 2. And letting Ifrit get a turn will add 3 to the count. That's right, Ifrit will actually increase the turn counter whenever it takes a turn instead of normally decreasing it. Ifrit also absorbs all fire damage, and that's about as far as we need to go with the mechanics on this one. The Fireball itself has its own unique orb with different mechanics. The orb for the Fireball appears at quest start with a 20 count, a maximum count of 20, and is also non-lethal. It disappears whenever the orb expires, so when it hits 0 count, and unleashes its attack, or when Ifrit gets below 50% HP and the orb is still existing on the Fireball. It will reappear when Ifrit's orb gets cancelled again, so whenever Ifrit's orb disappears it will switch to the Fireball, and increasing the count only happens with this one whenever the Fireball itself gets to take a turn. It absorbs all fire damage, this being the Fireball, cannot be launched, can't die, so dealing HP damage to it is basically pointless, and additionally on top of not being able to die, it will also heal all of the damage that it actually does take whenever it gets a chance. To be quite honest for this fight, I didn't really learn too much more other than the orb mechanics. The rest of the fight's mechanics, basically any sort of major attacks that Ifrit deals out, any sort of recasts or anything like that, are all sort of handled by how you want to set up your team for this fight. So because I was running Bartz for this one, of course still continuing the Bartz saga, the rest of the fight for this one was basically running Auron, or Auron and Core as my other 2 units in the party. Between the 2 of them, they cover so much free damage with counterattacks from Auron and linked attacks from Core, as well as keeping the team healthy from all of Auron's defensive buffs there, that there wasn't too much more that needs to be said for this fight. All the free damage, the counterattacks, everything like that took care of everything we needed to deal with, made sure the fight kept moving along at a reasonable pace, and took care of everything there. So the major things to keep in mind for this one is to keep all of your buffs up, make sure everyone is kept strong, able to deal with the fight without taking too much damage via stuff like Auron's LD. Friend unit for this one didn't seem to matter a huge deal. I probably could have brought a better friend unit overall, but I ended up bringing Zidane to try and do some turn deletion and bring his BT aura buff. But really could have been any other BT plus holder taking that slot. Only one I wouldn't recommend bringing would be Jekt, as he does deal so much fire damage, has all the fire enchant on his kit, so you don't really want to do that with 2 enemies that absorb all fire. So other than that, there's not really too much more to cover for this one, so on that note, thank you for watching. If you'd like any further assistance with this fight, please ask in the comments down below, and enjoy the rest of the video.
合計はまだ終わらない。やろうぜ。ここだ。ごめんな。当たれ。この勝負もらった。
責務を果たす。魂ごと砕け。責務を果たす。露払いはしてやるぞ。沈んでもらおう。責務を果たす。責務を果たす。責務を果たす。責務を果たす。責務を果たす。責務を果たす。責務は果たす。これで最後だ。じゃあな。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕け。責務は果たす。人たちで切り落とす。燃えたけれ。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。研ぎ澄ます。絶対0度の一撃。
さっさと終わらせちまおう。ほっ。さあ本番だ。飛ばすぜ。一緒に勝つぞ。
決着をつけましょう。
いっけー。
見を聞かせてくれた。この手が責務は果たす。ついてこれるか。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。沈んでもらう。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。
花から俺は本気だよ。
責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。少しばかり揉んでやる。慈悲などないぞ。責務は果たす。これで最後だ。じゃあな。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。
冒険はまだ終わらない。やろうぜ。ここだ。ごめんな。ほっ。この勝負もらった。
責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。ついてこれるか。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。ついてこれるか。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。人たちで切り落とす。燃えたけれ。 責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕け。責務は果たす。露払いはしてやるぞ。沈んでもらう。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。
だから俺は本気だよ。
責務は果たす。責務は果たす。これをどうだ。責務は果たす。露払いはしてやるぞ。沈んでもらおう。上々だ。よくやった。